ready? Whenever you are, let's do it.
Cool. Welcome everybody to the Come Up Review with SycoticFatboi and your host Passion Nate. It's not actually a show, just practicing.
Yo, what up, players?
All right, man. So our first match is PartyBarge versus Yogi. Yogi is the Nova guy, right? Nova FGC player.
I am not sure. You're asking the wrong dude.
Oh, okay. I think he had a really good king when I first saw their tournaments, and I was like, yo, I got to get in with these guys and play with them. This looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think another person showed up, did a good showing, was Keever.
Dude, Keever was strong. I was getting scared.
Right? Dude, Kevzor, oh my god, he needs to play more.
Kevzor is good, too. Man,
Fundamentally,
everyone
he
is
needs to
getting
play.
really strong. I was sweating the whole game. Or
Yeah, that game is
the
definitely
whole set.
sweaty. That tournament was so sweaty. I loved it.
So I want to briefly talk about this real quick, and then because I think this is a really big talking point for KOF in general. Dealing with characters who do CD round start into Fireball or into cancel move, right? What would you recommend to do against this situation other than just get out of there and don't be there for that?
Well, if depending on the matchup, what your character could do, you could just back up and chill. Sometimes, like, I think people try to do too much, and depending on certain matchup, you can't. You just have to take it. You can't really, press a button. You can't move in because as you move in, you're just gonna get hit by that CD, like Mai, for example.
Yeah.
And then she has a fireball to back it up. You may be able to jump over it. Maybe that's what we need to lab up or to check. But if you want to start the round with a jump, but that's up to you.
Yeah, I did that. I did that once in a while where you do like a full jump that it's a read, but I didn't know if there was like a safer way to go about it instead of making a hard read, because it seems like if she gets the hit, she gets a shit ton of space. If she whiffs the hit, she's normally safe unless I'm doing a full jump to punish that specific thing. So I don't know. It felt like a weird.
Reach you like at when the round starts, right?
Yeah, she doesn't hit you. It's checking you pressing a button. It's probably catching you doing the same thing, to be honest.
I think all she had to do was just chill, to be honest with King. Like, you could just have it whiff, block the fireball. That was a good throw in the corner. I think he could have jumped a little earlier, apply pressure a bit tighter. Yeah, he needs to do like just a normal hop and CD. You know how she would jump in. Like, sometimes you just gotta defend your ground. Like you don't have to do too much, especially with King. She has those normals to just
there.
Yeah, like right there, but she jumped at her instead, right? Like,
that's what I've. That's the next level of KOF I'm learning is like, oh, I did my fireball. I want to get away from danger. It's like, no, like you become the danger if they jump at you. Like, no, but he didn't check quick enough.
Yeah. Not just one option for people to start developing fundamentally. You gotta be able to have like an active defense and defend your ground, defend your area.
Great punish.
Once you're able to do that, you're gonna establish like, hey, I'm gonna check you coming in, and you want to put that fear that, hey, if I keep going in,
how did that grab happen? No, sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna keep, if I keep gonna go in and he's gonna keep checking me and I keep getting hit, it's just gonna make them more scared to go in at you, and if they stay more stationary, that gives you a chance to try to create an offense, right?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, that one, I don't know why. Like, I guess since it crossed up and didn't get the last hit, I think it hits at least 3 times. I could be wrong, but I remember last time Barge did that and I couldn't press a button. It felt like she was plus or something.
Oh, okay. Which
maybe,
let's look at this again. Which one? The that
one, but I think it didn't hit last, or maybe it hit too many times. It hit too high. But if it hits around the body to the legs, it felt like she was plus.
So the third hit to the legs could be like a really bad spot.
So the last hit to the legs. Yeah, because I feel like
if he gets that, it's safe. Yeah, it's kind of like Alice too with the drill. She's still plus if she hits you in the middle, like, but she's hella plus if she hits you like on the toe.
On the leg, right?
Yeah, you're like +7 almost. Like, it's fucked up. But I miss my timing on it. If you hit with the middle of the drill, you don't get it. Like you don't get the extra plus range.
Like tools to like, I guess, nullify those fireballs, and if I was her, I would have just use her firewall to negate those fireballs. Didn't really have to run into everything, and that's what Maya really wants you to do. She wants to keep y'all. You have very short limbs. She wants you to move in, And if you're not gonna be patient and play your cards right, and you're not gonna press the buttons at the right time, you're gonna hang yourself as playing Sylvie because she got those little T-Rex reach. But once you're in though, that girl is fucking trouble.
Yeah. Let's talk about this situation. I think it's probably really important. This was one of the things that I noticed that Party did, and I swear I tried to at least adjust to it. The last match I played against him, but this gets a lot of people like just walking up and blowback on wake up just because it's meaty. It has so much utility because if you think that she can't hit you and you're gonna backdash, it'll literally give her a combo into a setup or, you know, spacing or etc. And a lot of characters do that in this game.
Yeah, that's where usually your defense has to just come into play and you making good judgments on that. And sometimes your character can't do shit, and Mai is one of those characters that will literally bully you with that.
Because if she does that and you roll past it, she has time to OS, right? Like
To
she gets
OS,
that
yep.
shoulder. Yeah. So it's literally, this is what she gets. And there's going to be, I think, a lot of this throughout the tournament, not just from Party, but from most people in general, is we need to find those situations that like they just get this until you come up with another thing. Like at least give the proper recognition to that kind of stuff to help build fundamentals.
It's pretty much for you to see if you could counter it, and if you had a DP, you just have to commit with a DP if you know that she's gonna do it for sure.
Yeah. And even if you do a DP in that situation, especially with Alice, the angle is very far off. Like it doesn't work the way it should.
If she does it at the very tip, it may whiff actually.
Yeah, so it's one of those like you kind of, it's just the best decision to let them have it, right? If they walk any closer, you know, then you start playing. But if they hit you with a CD into a fireball, that's not going to be dangerous afterwards, right? Like she has to make a guess because she's not super plus off of CD fireball. She probably can get like a frame trap or something somewhere, or neutral jump and stop you from jumping in. But it's not going to make you lose the game because you decided to block.
Nope. And depending on matchup, she may be able to apply pressure again, but it's for you to be able to like see if you could counter those in between not loopholes, but you know, the little openings that you got in between. You know, like for example, like Terry, like even though his power charge and burn knuckles plus, but you can always do something to counter react with it. That's why like when I play with Terry, I have to mix up my pressure by not using it, then testing you with it later on and see if you react to it. That's why I try not to do it too many times. But if I notice that you're not willing to punish it or see if you're willing to fight in between, then I'm not gonna stop doing it, right?
Yeah, but then when you get to that point, right, that's when it's a good idea to start doing the crazier things because you've now introduced the rest of the game. Like it's not just let me be crazy right off the rip because that'll lose the safe play. It's let me play it a little safe. Okay, now I've seen the situation. I've seen what this guy wants to do, and let's do it. Like, let's make an educated, informed decision.
That's why you got. That's why I tell you about your you know how I always say option A, but to see if it leads to like E, D, F. It's up to you to test them and see how each option condition them to do so later on in the game.
Yeah.
See, like the thing is about like what Barg does, which I wish he kind of did. Like, I feel like sometimes he shows his cards too early, and like sometimes he has some neat tricks, or some of these tricks could like work, but if you do it like too many times, someone's gonna sniff it, and it's like, oh, you just lowered your chance on it being a successful like you know, connect. You get what I'm saying? Like
no, that makes total sense. Yeah, I even was figuring that out too when I went into practice mode after the tournament, and I slowed down, and like a lot of the stuff that I was dropping, I just like slowly took it like, how high do I need to press this? Let's just do this jump 150 times and press this button where it needs to be pressed, and then figure out what it doesn't defend and come up with a different plan after that. Like, don't come up with a different plan when I don't already have the first thing down. Like, let's just fundamentally get that shit, like Benny Mars jump D or Mary's jump CD, right? It's really good, but I don't use it very well. So finding the ways to use that very well will make me have incentivized to play the character, instead of just, oh, let me get this really sick mix-up when it's like, I still don't know the range of all my buttons.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I was the same way too.
All right, let's rock into the next one. Yeah,
That's
jump
exact-
CD.
that's
See,
what
there's that. Oh, dude, that's exactly what we were talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
He showed it to him round 1, and then now he did the jump CD instead, like that thing that you did before. That was a conditioning agent that we talked about.
So if he's trying
Wait,
to go
how much space did he get off of that?
So
If he really wanted it,
he
if
could
he
run.
yeah, if he really wanted it, he'd be maybe an inch behind his fan. He'd be in hop range, but if he was like 2 inches behind that, he would be that would be like dick level offense. What?
Yeah. So he did the fan to control space, but I probably would have did like. Well, I mean, it really depends. I mean, the fan is not a bad option. It's still a good option. But if like what I like to do, I like to like. If I know that if they like to roll, I would have just ran, because if they would just roll themselves in the corner, and Maya has good buttons chasing you with that jump CD.
Yeah.
And of course, Yogi, I wish he hit confirmed that he had a good chance, but didn't go into the crouch. That was a good anti-air. See, can you go back right there?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know how when she jumped and she did nothing? Right here. See how she whiffed? Players need to develop a better reaction. If she jumped and she missed an attack, because I guess the animation, the active frame wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
So she landed, right? That's your opportunity to be able to press a button, like right there. Why did a button not come out? Why does not a standing C or standing D come out? So like a player like right now Yogi playing King especially, you have to have those reactions. You have to be able to hit and just try to make something out of it, you know?
Yeah, that makes total sense. Being aware in those situations when things didn't go your way and they didn't even go your opponent's way either, right? Like, being able to just quickly react on that is very important. Mm-hmm. But that's an experience thing. I think the more Yogi plays, the more you'll see. Yeah.
But it's just like, I just want to point it out, it's for awareness for a lot of players in general, because I do see that here and there, and it's people should just try to be like, because I don't want to just like, because sometimes when they're in the heat of moment, they're probably not aware of it, but you just have to let them know, so next time when they see the same situation, it's like, damn, I did this opportunity, why didn't I press a button? So we just try to get that into their heads right now.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Great advice. Boom, boom.
I wonder if King could get more off of that after a throw, but seems like just could have just did roll and just did stand D right there, but experience over time, like you said, will come into play.
Yeah. That guard cancel roll out, and then he checked him up high.
Surprising that came out, that worked out pretty well for Yogi.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be bad. I thought he was going to eat a jump in.
But I think Yogi should definitely play a little bit more patient, control your space better, but remember not to back yourself up in the wall too much. Those slides going over, those slides, I probably would have just chilled and don't show the slides too early. What happened?
Oh, he did this to me, and I was wondering why. Because he was doing it where he would do like the whiff CD and then DP, and I was like, that's the shit I do with Alice. But I realize now that he's just committing to it.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do something else. Right here, watch.
Well, I mean, he did it to me 3 times.
Oh, really?
I if I remember correctly. Oh, maybe that's what he was going for.
Yeah, because I think he was just... Sometimes you're nervous and jittery, you don't get what you want.
Yeah, he hit light kick instead. Oh, okay. Wow, that's a good idea. That's dirty, PartyBarge.
Because if it whiffs, then she'll just get up on their face like that.
Yeah.
So I think
if they put a button out to try to check her, sometimes you can get grabbed too because it extends your hitbox.
Yeah.
That's dirty, Party. Man,
see,
spacing.
I like how he was just being patient with King right there. But he needed to do that throughout the game with King. That's the way how I see it.
King is going to be strongest when she has more life to be able to do that nonsense.
Yeah. You're just chipping away your opponent. You're annoying them. That's what you want to do. Oh, damn, I missed input. Yeah, Yogi was just pressing buttons. He just needs to chill.
Yo.
See what I mean? How like sometimes you just don't like just defend yourself. Like sometimes like in the corner when there was a distance, I would have just jumped CD. Like not jump CD, hop CD.
Somewhere like here?
Yeah, right here. Instead of running, I would have just do hop CD.
Oh, cause Sylvie comes out, her legs come out straight, right?
Mm-hmm. And or if she was good, she could do a DP. Oh, like, but she ran. See how he just went to the corner? That was actually risky for her to run, but Barge just straight up jumped at her.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad, but he did the wrong option. Like he could have just ran, and when Barge put himself in the corner, he could have hopped right at her. You know what I'm saying? And put her and pressured.
Or even like, let me see. I don't have the thing set up today, but like right where the Max logo is on the bar, he should have just waited there.
Yeah.
Like at least that's what I've been doing with Benny Maru sometimes. Like just realizing like you don't have to air. You can just take a couple steps forward. If they do something, cool. If not, just block.
See, like nothing too like what he did wasn't too bad because when he ran, it's just that when you run and hit D, that was the mistake right there.
Was the hitting the D? I didn't even see that. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
If he ran, he could have definitely jumped at her. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he committed to the button.
Yeah, exactly.
I missed that part.
Hanged himself right there.
I do that a lot too, especially with sweep, like whiffing a heavy button like that.
Yeah.
It's always a painkiller. Like you make a good read and then a bad commitment, and you're just like, fuck.
So like if I do that, I do a light attack. Like if anything, it wouldn't be too long of a recovery.
Damn. Yo, what the fuck? Damn, PartyBarge, that was gross.
Right, beat that DP.
Keeps the max mode pressure. That's another thing I need to do. I've already like have a couple sequences I labbed out.
Go back a little bit. I want to see what he could do because he's just hitting buttons right here, right? So that was definitely his fault. It wasn't chilling. Then right here he should have just blocked. I think he was just being desperate. Like right there, he got out the corner. He just needs to chill, but he got tagged by that. I guess he's not aware of the matchup yet. Yeah. So just him being inexperienced in general in the matchup kind of did fuck himself. But yeah, he definitely could have find a way to escape. He could either roll forward, block, CD, get him off of him, die to rich man. Use your resources, try to give yourself a better chance.
I want to see this mix real quick. I don't know if it was intentional or what. Run up, CD whiff.
Then he did the. I think he was trying to go for a safe jump, and he probably like.
I think he missed the hyper hop.
What's right here? So he get this. This is definitely
just a hop.
Safe jump setup,
It's just a hop. Yeah, that's just a hop. Yeah. If the hyper hop is also a safe jump, I think too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that's why he didn't hit when he got up. It was just meaty.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't meaty.